I think it's very easy to focus on lower corporation tax equals more FDI, but the reality is that this is just as important, if not more important, to our local businesses. We've got 3 different speakers who will give you a flavour of why low corporation tax is important to them. The first person is Mr. John Cunningham. John is the Chairman and Managing Director of Kelvatech, which is an exciting and fast-growing international business headquartered here in Lisburn in Northern Ireland. And John would like to explain to you why lower corporation tax will make a very significant difference to his business. John.
Good morning. As Liam said, my name is John Cunningham. I'm MD of Kelvatech. Let me tell you a little bit about Kelvatech for just a moment. This is a company which I started in 2008 after I'd sold my business to General Electric. The business at that stage was called Kelvin. It's in Lisburn and employs 200 or 300 people. I sold it for a lot of money and I had the opportunity to retire. But I realised I have 2 sons and 5 grandchildren, and I realised that in Northern Ireland there is a factor that unless we have a strong industrial base, this is not a place to live, because you cannot participate in the lives of your grandchildren. Your children will end up emigrating, and the more we educate them, the more certain that it's going to be. And therefore I decided to stay at work and invest the money that I had made in building a new business, and that is Kelvatech. And our business has a high value added factor to it. It's a high technology business. And we spend at the moment several millions of pounds each year on development. And that's our own money. You can't borrow that sort of money. That's high risk. Banks don't lend that. We're a profitable company, and our profits are doubling every 18 months. And we intend that to continue. This corporation tax reduction that's talked about allows us to take those profits and reinvest them in the company, reinvest them in new products, new facilities, additional people, and that produces sustainable growth. People talk as if there's an option to this reduction in corporation tax. I don't believe there is an option. If we don't do this type of thing, we will not have a sustainable community. We must do it in order to have something for our children and for the future. I don't believe there's an option.
John, thank you very much for that. I think that's about as clear a message as I've heard on this. And thank you very much. Our second speaker is Lady Joanne McMullen from Core Systems. Joanne's a small company based here in Northern Ireland, and again would like to tell you why she believes lower corporation tax is important for her business. Thank you, Joanne.
Good morning, everyone. Firstly, I'd like to introduce ourselves and what we do. Core are a local high-tech company developing niche IT security solutions for the home and export markets. Our solutions play a vital role in maintaining control within some of the highest security establishments in Europe. As an SME, we differentiate ourselves through the ongoing development of innovative products and through an ongoing commitment into R&D. We believe a reduction in corporation tax will directly benefit our company. Currently in this climate, it's very difficult for SMEs to access funding for growth. The revenue resulting from a reduction in corporation tax will have direct benefits to us and would be a welcome opportunity for an additional source of funding, which we would further invest in our people and in our products. Secondly, it would result in more foreign direct investment, obviously, in Northern Ireland. On one level, we would potentially see this as creating additional competition, but it would also present us with opportunities to develop strategic partnerships with global international companies. And already in Core, we have seen a shift from direct sales to more collaborative sales activities. And this has increased our ambition to compete globally beyond our home market. And finally, in response to FDI skills requirements, we would see this having a positive impact on the general workforce throughout Northern Ireland, not just with us, raising skills levels, productivity and work experiences. And this would filter down through to SMEs like Core, which would impact and improve upon our competitiveness. Thank you.
There's a lot of talk about, for a long time, small businesses aren't really interested in this issue because small businesses don't pay corporation tax. And that's absolutely correct, but what it fails to understand is the fact that small businesses are very much part of the economy here, very much part of the overall business organisation network, and therefore if there are companies that are paying less corporation tax and have more money to spend and invest, they do have an opportunity then to benefit the other businesses who will supply services and products to that. Our final speaker tonight is Jim Salmon from Salmon Chartered Surveyors, who will explain why lower corporation tax is important to his business and to other businesses like his that don't actually pay corporation tax, but who see this as a major reason for the expansion and growth of their business. So Jim, if you could.
Good morning everyone. My name is Jim Salmon and I speak to you as the owner of a small firm in Northern Ireland and as a parent. My message is simple, that reduced corporation tax for Northern Ireland is an important issue for everyone in Northern Ireland. Reduced corporation tax is the catalyst which will stimulate economic and social growth. I am the owner of a small firm in the beleaguered construction industry. We are quantity surveyors and project managers operating in Belfast, in the northwest and in Dublin. We've been in business for 28 years and over that time we've employed hundreds of people and trained many chartered surveyors. Our clients include multinationals and many leading Northern Ireland companies and organisations. While our firm is unlikely to benefit directly from corporation tax, I believe that our business will benefit indirectly. Why? Well, here are the reasons. Reduced corporation tax for Northern Ireland will mean that global businesses will be attracted to invest in Northern Ireland, and many of these companies will build new buildings. Existing high corporation tax paying businesses already in Northern Ireland will have more money to invest to grow their businesses, and many of these firms will need new or modernised or new buildings. Smaller firms in Northern Ireland like ours will supply goods and services to these growing businesses, and naturally some of these suppliers will need new or modernised buildings. So there's a number of reasons. Another reason is, an important reason that's often forgotten, is that we'll be better equipped to compete, because the introduction of global businesses into Northern Ireland will push up skill levels, increase efficiency and performance across our economy, and this again will generate more growth. For example, by working on bigger and better projects, our people will rise to the challenge just as other firms in Northern Ireland will. And as a result, Northern Ireland will be better equipped to compete in global markets. More opportunity means more work, more skills, more economic benefits, and very importantly, more social benefits. Healthy, sustainable businesses need healthy and sustainable communities, and vice versa. Lower corporation tax for Northern Ireland will be the catalyst which will accelerate economic and social growth. In short, the benefits of reduced corporation tax in Northern Ireland will percolate through all parts of our communities in Northern Ireland, including, hopefully, Salmon Surveyors. As a parent, like all parents, I think of our young people. Recently, one of our family, our son Patrick, a graduate, decided that his best choice was to leave, and so he's now working in Australia. And in missing Patrick, I reflect on the tens of thousands who had no choice but to leave our shores in search of opportunity. Granted, some have prospered and returned to make a strong contribution here. But it is a poor country that cannot feed its own. It's sad that we cannot provide our young with opportunity. For decades, our propped-up economy has been leaking talent to our competitors. What we have been doing has not worked. We need to recognise that it's not working. We need to change the way we go about winning business, and that change must be radical. I believe that reduced corporation tax for Northern Ireland is the key to changing our economy. True, we need to do other things as well, but reduced corporation tax is the catalyst to accelerate growth. Investors follow taxes and talent. We have that talent. What we need is the tax advantage to bring home the opportunity. If only for the sake of our young people, let us do it and do it now. If we are to move from dependency to prosperity, we in Northern Ireland must act on this issue now. Reduced corporation tax for Northern Ireland is the catalyst which will stimulate growth for all in Northern Ireland. It will generate more and better jobs, less dependency and inactivity, and more opportunity for our young people, our budding entrepreneurs and the small firms in Northern Ireland. What can you do? Simple. Actively support the Grow Northern Ireland campaign. Write to Treasury. Tell them that you want to have the powers to reduce corporation tax. Tell them what it would mean for you, your business, your employees, your customers and the community. Get on to business representative bodies and support their collective voice. Contact your MLAs and MPs. Do whatever you can to make this happen now. If not us, who? If not when? If not now, when? Thank you very much.